two-wheeler talk. 2026 Kawasaki KH400 is here, and it's everything trail enthusiasts and dual sport riders have been waiting for. In a market where performance, affordability, and reliability are the pillars of a great off-road machine, the KH400 confidently delivers. Whether you're a weekend warrior tackling forest trails or a commuter looking for a lightweight, road-legal adventure bike, the new KH400 offers a compelling mix of dirt-friendly features and daily usability. Let's start with the engine, the heart of this machine. The 2026 KH400 comes with a 292cc, liquid-cooled, 4-stroke single-cylinder engine. It's the same refined unit that powered previous versions, but with new fuel mapping and updated EQ tuning for improved throttle response and mid-range torque. The bore and stroke remain at 78.0 by 61.2 mm, and compression is a peppy 11.1:1A, providing a nice balance of low-end grunt and high-revving character. Whether you're climbing a hill in second gear or cruising down a city street, the power delivery is linear, predictable, and surprisingly spirited for a bike of this size. Mated to this engine is a 6-speed transmission that gives you great flexibility, especially when you're toggling between tight off-road trails and 60+ mph highway stretches. The KH400 doesn't pretend to be a hardcore enduro racer, but the gear ratios are spaced well enough to keep you in the sweet spot of power across various conditions. The clutch feel is light and progressive, making it a friendly bike even for newer riders. When it comes to suspension, Kawasaki equipped the KH400 with serious trail capability. The front uses a 43mm inverted cartridge fork with adjustable compression damping and a generous 10 inches of travel. At the rear, a uni-track linkage system pairs with a gas-charged shock, also offering preload, compression, and rebound damping adjustability. The rear wheel travel is also 9.1 inches, which means this bike can soak up everything from deep ruts and roots to rocky technical climbs without breaking a sweat. Ground clearance is an ample 10.8 inches, allowing you to clear logs, rocks, and other trail obstacles with confidence. Seat height is set at 35.2 inches and not exactly beginner-friendly, but manageable for anyone with dual sport experience or a bit of inseam to work with. Thanks to the narrow chassis design and slim seat, riders can shift their weight with ease and feel more in control, even in sketchy terrain. One of the key aspects of any dual sport bike is its weight. The 2026 KH400 tips the scales at just around 302 pounds wet. That's impressive when you consider it's carrying a full 2-gallon fuel tank, lights, mirrors, turn signals, and emissions equipment to make it street legal. The bike's lightweight construction plays a huge role in its flickability on the trail and comfort on the road. It's nimble enough to cut through tight single track but sturdy enough to cruise for extended distances on pavement. In terms of braking performance, the KH400 gets a 250mm pedal disc up front with a dual piston caliper and a 240mm pedal disc at the rear. The braking setup provides confident stopping power both on and off-road, and Kawasaki's pedal disc design helps reduce heat buildup during long descents. For 2026, ABS is still optional, which means riders can opt for a version without ABS if they prefer a more traditional off-road feel or plan to ride in loose conditions where ABS can interfere. Styling on the 2026 KH400 is rugged and sharp, clearly inspired by Kawasaki's KX motocross line. The plastics are bold, angular, and finished in Kawasaki's signature lime green, although a new stealthy black-gray colorway has been introduced this year for those who prefer a more subdued look. The slim headlight unit with integrated indicators, high-mounted front fender, and clean tail section give the KH400 an aggressive, ready-for-anything appearance. A revised digital instrument cluster includes a speedometer, odometer, dual trip meters, fuel gauge, and clock, wrapped in a durable housing designed to take trail abuse. One of the biggest draws of the KH400 is its versatility. This bike is not just a trail monster, it's legitimate commuter and weekend explorer. Riders who want one motorcycle that can do a bit of everything from hitting gravel roads, exploring national parks, to simply navigating urban traffic will appreciate what the KH400 brings to the table. It's ideal for riders who want to trailer less and ride more, since it's fully capable of handling extended pavement sections without discomfort. Fuel economy is another strength. The 2026 model averages around 65 to 70 miles per gallon, depending on how hard you twist the throttle. With a 2-gallon tank, you're looking at a real-world range of approximately 120 to 140 miles. That might not seem like much for a touring machine, but for dual-sport riders hitting remote fire roads or backwoods routes, it's often more than enough. For riders concerned with comfort, the KLX300 provides a relatively neutral riding position. The handlebars are positioned well for standing up while riding off-road, and the foot pegs are slightly rear-set to improve leverage when climbing or descending. While the seat isn't the most cushioned out there, it's decent enough for 2-3 hour rides before you start wanting aftermarket padding. Kawasaki also offers a range of accessories like handguards, skid plates, luggage racks, and even lowering kits to tailor the bike for your specific needs. Technology-wise, the KLX300 is kept fairly simple, which is a good thing for off-road reliability. No fancy ride modes, traction control, or TFT displays adjust to focus on solid, proven mechanical performance. And in many ways, that's a refreshing break from tech-laden adventure bikes that can be overwhelming for newer riders or those who just want to enjoy the raw ride. In terms of competition, the 2026 KLX300 sits in a hotly contested middle ground. It goes up against bikes like the Honda CRF300L, Yamaha WR250R, and even entry-level enduro options from KTM. Where the KLX300 stands out is in its balance. It doesn't have the extreme off-road edge of a race-tuned enduro, nor does it lean heavily toward street manners like some lightweight adventure bikes. Instead, it strikes a practical and usable middle path that appeals to riders who want real dirt capability without sacrificing everyday usability. Now let's talk price. For 2026, the Kawasaki KLX300 comes in at approximately $6,399 for the base model and $6,699 for the ABS-equipped version. Considering the build quality, performance level, and the bike's dual-sport versatility, it's competitively priced and offers great value. It undercuts more exotic European alternatives while offering more power and better suspension than some of the more entry-level dual sports on the market. Another reason the KLX300 is popular is its reliability. Kawasaki's 292cc engine is time-tested, and the overall design has been honed over several model years. Owners report minimal maintenance issues, and the bike's mechanical simplicity makes DIY maintenance straightforward. Whether you're adjusting the chain, changing the oil, or swapping out brake pads, everything is accessible and easy to service. From a beginner's perspective, the KLX300 is forgiving enough to learn on, especially for those who already have some off-road experience. But even experienced riders will find the bike engaging. It's one of those machines that feels more capable than it looks, especially when you're charging up loose inclines or hopping over logs on the trail. The lightweight, manageable power, and well-balanced suspension all contribute to a confidence-inspiring ride, no matter your skill level. Overall, the 2026 Kawasaki KLX300 stays true to its roots while making enough refinements to keep it fresh and competitive. It's not a high-strung race machine, and it's not trying to be a long-distance adventure tourer. What it is, though, is a perfectly balanced dual-sport bike for real-world riders, so one that can handle the weekday grind and the weekend escape without missing a beat. If you're in the market for a versatile, lightweight, and trail-ready machine that won't break the bank, the KLX300 deserves a spot on your short list. It's an honest motorcycle that does exactly what it promises, and in a world of overcomplicated machines, that's something truly refreshing.